Okay guys, now that the sun is out, you can see there is a very dark ruby red on this color. Just now when both these cars were under the shade, they both look black, just flat black color. But now that the sun is out, you can see this has a very dark green tint to it. It looks absolutely beautiful. This one is beautiful as well, but it's not the first time we've seen this treatment. We first saw it in the previous generation Lexus. No, not the Lexus. Yeah, it is the Lexus RX, the old Lexus RX, right? And the Harrier, the Toyota Harrier, they first have this color option, a very dark red color that only shows itself under direct sunlight. If not at night, it looks black. Now, the CLS, okay, it first debuted in 2004, and then they have another CLS that was launched in 2011, if I'm not wrong. This is the third generation, the third iteration of the CLS. Now, this one is rather special because the front and the back carries the new design language of I don't know what range, because it looks very different from the E-Class. And for the first time, the CLS actually looks more subdued than the E-Class, if I may. Very unique treatment. I'm trying to like it. I'm trying very hard to like it. Now, the first thing I notice is that you look at the E-Class, you have a cut line over here. Okay, I think Mercedes hides the cut line very well with the grille. Okay, instead of running one line across the bonnet, right? And this uses the clamshell approach where the cut line conforms with the bonnet, and then the front fender folds up together with the bumper so that you don't see the cut line at all. Okay, frameless doors. That is now a four-door coupe must-have, right? I've always loved frameless doors. I think they look exquisite, especially when you open the doors, right? Other than that, the interior is unlike other CLSs of yore. It is identical to the E-Class interior, except the fact that this is more closer to the E-Class coupe than the E-Class sedan. Especially you have these beautiful turbine aircon outlets, and they actually light up at night, and the lights, the ambient lighting follows the color, the temperature that you set, so which is a very nice touch. And another thing that I like is the bench seat. I've never agreed with the approach where they put cup holders here to force you to see it as a two-seater. I've always think that they should just make it a bench seat so that when you need it, you have it, right? Another set of seat belts, another set of buckles, and then you have a proper family car. Okay, now of course it's not as spacious as an E-Class, because space is not the prime concern of this, but style. But style with practicality is what it is. Okay, and in fact, I think this is the first CLS generation that doesn't have a sloping rear. Look at the rear. Even though from the C-pillar down to the side fenders, if you still call it a fender, because the bumper wraps all the way up, it's sloping, but then the boot line actually, oh, the sun comes out, you see the beautiful paint now. So this one is not so slanted, but what makes it look really coupe-ish is the tall door line, right? The window line is so narrow, so the window line actually makes it look very coupe-ish. If you ask me whether you will feel claustrophobic inside, I mean, of course you get less glass area, right? Now the rear is something that I'm still trying to get myself to really like it, but I'm just trying. Now they have three versions, three variants: CLS 350, CLS 450, and of course the CLS 53 inside. The 53 is a 3-liter turbocharged engine with the integrated starter generator, so that gives it extra power and pushes the torque up to 500 Newton meters of torque. And then you have this one, which is also a 3-liter turbocharged engine, the one identical in the C43, but you also have an ISG that bumps power up. Now the 350 is interesting. The 350, the CLS 350 is a 2-liter engine with 299 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. A 2-liter engine. Now that would put it in the same rank as the Volvo T6 engine. A 2-liter with 400 newtons and 300 over horsepower. No, of course the Volvo is 320, but 299 is not far away. Alright, so that's the CLS. And I think it's awesome to see Mercedes bring in all these models, because like what they say, these are brand shapers. These are the kind of cars that establishes what Mercedes is and attracts you to the premium brand, and then you just buy what you can afford, right? So yeah, there we have it, the CLS 450 Coupe, and that's the E300 Coupe. I think this is just beautiful. This car is beautiful, especially the paint. And I've always liked the proportion of the E-Class Coupe. Now, the front of the E-Class Coupe is too similar to the E-Class sedan in my opinion, but I think they nailed the proportions. The proportions are just perfect. In fact, it doesn't have the tall body line of the S-Class Coupe, so it looks more slender and sleek and long. I think it is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, lovely.